The aftermath of the South Pacific disaster shows little sign of improvement, and the scale of the humanitarian crisis has been exacerbated by a marked rise in criminality. AAN's Mark Cole is in the region with this special report.
The Horizon Islands were one of the nation's worst hit by the disaster, yet it is a new threat that...
You ready?
Sure, let's get started.
Piece of junk. So, as you know, CTRG's taking part in Exercise Safe Horizon, anti-piracy, security, etc. But, as our NATO liaison, you should be aware of a few, operational extras.
Well, I'm all ears, Commander.
Besides our I-Star remit, we've been running counter-cyber operations in the South China Sea. Now, we've got assets in the field, so this exercise, this disaster cleanup shit, it's a distraction for us.
I get that. Look, it's political, strategic. The region's a mess, we're just here to help. That's where CTRG comes in. We need a special tool for the job. We've been tracking Syndicate for a while. Face value, bunch of thugs. Guns, drugs, very violent, but given the current mess, they're expanding.
Nature abhors a vacuum.
Right. But there's more to it.
We ran your intel. Warlock, right?
Correct. Solomon Maru, one of the few living remnants of the failed Red Tiger coup. Syndicate are pretty big, but they're scattered. They operate in cells. Somehow, Warlock holds it all together.
So, we cut the head off the dragon.
Well, that's our end game. Neutralize the leadership.
Let the dogs rip each other apart.
Well, that brings us to the current situation.
Yeah, hold up a sec. Let me bring that up. All right, so, your local source,
Blue Cap.
Yeah, Blue Cap. We ran his intel. We put assets in place.
Okay, run me through it.
So, Blue Cap indicates a syndicate gang is planning to hit a village, here. After the disaster, it was being used as a staging post for aid workers, fuel, medicine, etc. There are still a handful of NGOs around. The local community embraced them. Syndicate is out to make a point. We're not clear if Warlock himself will make it.
We've seen these gangs at work in the past. They're,
brutal, yeah. It'll be a bloodbath. We've sent a team to the area. We're setting up an ambush.
And Warlock?
If he's there, we'll snatch him up. One squad's already in position. Another's a few minutes out.
We got eyes on?
We can do better than that. I'll set up a feed.
Following the defeat of forces loyal to General Akinteros, the provisional ceasefire has held firm. With a new round of NATO CSAT talks due imminently, strategic analysts point to encouraging signs of a lasting peace, with a shared peacekeeping deal on the table.
Well, that cash was a curveball.
Sorry, what's that?
The weapons your team uncovered. Advanced stuff, military grade.
Yeah, unexpected. But we might be able to work it to our advantage.
How so?
These kind of weapons are not simple to get a hold of. They're valuable. If we keep smashing all of Syndicate's toys, it'll provoke a response.
You want to draw Warlock out into the open?
Exactly. We've not been able to get a lockstat on him as of yet. Guy's a ghost.
What's the play?
We've got intel about a storage compound in the heart of Syndicate-controlled territory. Unusual spike in activity. Seems like a shipment of weapons, fuel, etc. is moving in.
Syndicate planning something big?
Maybe, maybe not. Could just be a distribution hub. That's why we need to hit them, now, before they can move this kid out into the adjacent islands.
Wouldn't the NATO task force be better positioned to...
No time for politics. As I said, this is time-sensitive. My CTRG team is here now. We'll finish the job. That being said, some heavy lifting on the logistics end would be more than welcome. You boys can take all the credit.
Oh, that can be arranged. Okay, lay it out for me.
The compound's in this grid here. 2 teams will move in, blow any and all supplies they find, and fade back into the jungle.
Sounds surgical.
Yeah, the kind of operation that should force Warlock out into the open.
I've been based in Georgetown, Tanoa for a number of days now. Although this remote province avoided the type of destruction seen elsewhere in the region, there has been an almost complete breakdown in the rule of law. Terrorized by a criminal gang known colloquially as Syndicate, the Horizon Islands' under-equipped gendarmerie have long been at breaking point. Driven by a hardened inner circle of paramilitary rebels, Syndicate have seized upon the chaos
Okay,
to
let's get
expand
started.
their
What's the latest?
separatist agenda.
Well, we definitely kicked the hornet's nest.
Wasn't that the point?
Well, sure. I guess we were just taken aback by how many of those little fuckers came crawling out. So, as you can see, traffic's increased massively. We've been filtering out any actionable intel and got a few decent hits.
Details?
Mostly confirmed our previous knowledge. Very dispersed structure. Lots of people expecting hardware deliveries. Lots of egos to smooth over now.
Warlock must have a lot on his plate.
Yeah, many demand a response. They want to hit the multinationals.
Who? Daltgreen?
Sure, and the rest. Everyone's a target.
Anything concrete?
Not exactly, but intel points to a high-level meet.
Warlock.
Looks like it. Blue Cap provided a location.
Can you bring it up?
One sec. The compound's here, east of this remote village. We have assets en route to the area now. Their insertion should be here.
What's the execution?
This is a snatch and grab.
Sounds simple. What about NATO support?
We're talking about inner circle leadership here. Ex-paramilitary types. They'll spook, easy. Small strike team's got a better chance of getting the job done. We'll get in and out with our boats.
Your call.
I'll connect the feed.
Watchtower, be advised, we're clearing Toronto. Stacking for breach on obvious.
Roger that, Raider 1. Priority is Keystone. Watch arcs, PID all packs. Flicking to video feed. Feed established. Go when ready.
Salvo, you're up. On it. Flash. Go, go! One time's in me front, open to the left. I'm in. Stay down, truck. Push. Push, second door, stack up. Flash. 2 times enemy. Clear.
Clear. Fucking hell, lads. What took you so long?
Watchtower, Raider 1, Keystone secure. I say again, Keystone secure. Request exfil, over.
Roger that, Raider 1. Waterborne asset inbound. Call sign Kingfish 1. Move to primary exfil. Ready? We're on a timeline here.
Yeah.
Okay. We're on with CTRG-2IC Captain Scott Miller. Call sign Keystone. Scott, are you there?
Loud and clear, boss.
Scott, I'm here with our NATO SOF liaison, Vince Broaddale.
Good to hear from you, Captain.
Okay, Scott, bring Vince up to speed. Everything you know.
Over the past 4 weeks, I've been on the ground, and in the last 4 days, focused on the Northern Division.
Oh, hang on. You guys have been operating here before we brought you in to deal with our syndicate problem?
Yes, although the connection wasn't clear at first. It's clear now that a covert CSAT presence have been giving Syndicate all sorts of hardware. As we understand it, they aim to destabilize the region by proxy. In fact, it's my opinion that they're responsible for the Pacific disaster itself.
Oh, hold on now. That makes no sense. It was a bloody tsunami, Captain.
Caused by a subsea earthquake.
Let's get to the meat of this, shall we?
The fact is, we have scant intel. The little we have is classified.
Project Eastwind. One sec. I'll bring it up.
CTRG has been tracking a clandestine network of CSAT operatives. We know them as Viper. Group 1-4 got close in the Med, but the opportunity slipped away. Bottom line, we believe Viper possessed the means, a device to trigger a natural disaster. It's clear they're using Tanoan dissidents as cover.
And what, Syndicate leadership just plays along with CSAT's earthquake weapon?
I can't say if Warlock knows who he's really dealing with, let alone that they may be responsible for the disaster. Frankly, it's none of my business. Just before I was captured, I discovered the existence of a Viper black site. What I care about is getting some concrete intel.
I see. So, what's the situation now?
2 teams are en route to Balavu province now. Time is of the essence.
Exactly. We need to hit them now before Viper can fold their operation. We'll run ashore, advance into the island and flush Viper out of hiding.
The priority is finding the Eastwind device and any intel related to it.
All right. We can deal with the operational specifics once we're connected.
Agreed. The operation has a green light. Go get this done, Scott. Hours ago, we secured a CSAT black site on Sasavoo Island. Thanks in part to a surprise syndicate attack, we retrieved a significant tranche of intel.
Stroke of luck. Do we know what happened yet?
We'll get to the bad news in just a second. We've been analyzing the int recovered. It points to what we suspected. Using embedded operatives, CSAT destabilized small strategically valuable nation-states. This strategy, the so-called Apex Protocol, it's a pretext for CSAT diplomats, special advisors, even peacekeeping forces to deploy.
Resolving their very own chaos.
Correct. Grooming a network of pro-CSAT governments.
And that's the bad news?
Far from it. We've also recovered part of a Viper transmission. Take a look. As suspected, they were folding their operation.
Putain de fantôme!
Jesus.
Vous pensez que vous pouvez disparaître? C'est notre patrie, nos terres.
That's Solomon Maru.
Warlock himself.
La jungle est un endroit dangereux. Nous allons prendre votre jouet et vous allez payer pour ça. Pour tout ça.
All right.
Ah ouais.
Enough. What does that mean, pay for it? He'll use this East Wind device?
It's a bit more prosaic than that. Hold on. Our teams have already diverted. I'll patch them in. Keystone, Watchtower. Let's bring Vince up to speed. Over.
An hour ago, we intercepted comms between Syndicate and Viper.
Oh, they got sloppy.
More like desperate. Viper are willing to strike a deal, weapons and cash. The handover will happen at the Blue Pearl. We're moving now.
You'll have full NATO support at your disposal.
There's a snag. SIGINT suggests the device has been armed.
So Warlock's got a contingency. Expecting a Viper double-cross?
Maybe. Our presence isn't exactly the best-kept secret either.
We'll hit them now. Warlock carries the disarm key on his person. We can't give them any time to react.
Okay, what are the details?
Blue Pearl's power grid is here. We'll cut the power and hit them hard. Maximum aggression. Speed is paramount. We'll sort out Warlock, grab the key, and secure the device.
Understood. NATO assets will be on standby.
Let's set up.